All right, today I want to recap what we talked about with diagonal lines by adding, right? So if I need two numbers that add to 4, all right, we talked about the easiest numbers to think about is 4 plus 0, so x is 4, y is 0, and then 0 plus 4, right? So at the 4s is where I get our x-intercept and our y-intercept. And I'm just going to make a line like that. Okay, and notice that that encompasses my other points, like 1 and 3 adds to 4, 2 and 2 adds to 4, 3 and 1 adds to 4, 5 and negative 1 adds to 4. So this line encompasses all of the points that add to 4. If I wanted to add to negative 2, well, negative 2 and 0 adds to negative 2. 0 and negative 2 adds to negative 2. Take those, put a line through them, and I've got all the other ones. Negative 1 and negative 1 adds to negative 2, and so on. So there's my other equation. Okay? Now let's look at the inequalities. Well, if I want greater than or equal to 4, so because it's equal to, I'm going to put a solid line at 4. Okay? And now if I want a sum of bigger than 4, well, like 4 and 0 adds to 4, 4 and 1 adds to 5. That's bigger than 4. So I'm going to shade things that are above this line, right? So all of this is part of my solution set. Okay? If I want x plus y is less than negative 2, well, again, I'm going to pull a line at negative 2. So the negative 2 are the intercepts. And now I'm going to make it dotted, because when it's not including this line, it's going to be dotted. So it's right up to that line. And if I want less than negative 2, well, negative 2 and 0 add to negative 2. Negative 2 and 1 add to negative 1. That's greater than negative 2. So I don't want things up here. What about down here? Like negative 2 adds to negative 4. Negative 4 is less. So yes, I want that point. So that means I'm going to shade everything underneath my line. Okay? So question is, are we shading above or are we shading below? In this case, it looks like we're shading below because it's less than. Okay? So those diagonal lines by adding and their inequalities.